Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1964 5-cent coin, commonly known as the 1964 Jefferson Nickel, has become one of the most sought-after U.S. coins, with a current market value of approximately $145,000. But what makes this seemingly ordinary nickel from over 5 decades ago worth so much? To understand the significance of this coin, we need to look at its historical context, the design, the minting process, and the factors that contribute to its collector appeal. The 1964 5-cent coin was produced in a momentous year for the United States. The year 1964 marked a period of significant social change and economic prosperity. It was the final year of President John F. Kennedy's first term, and the country was in the midst of post-World War II growth and cultural transformation. As the American economy boomed, the U.S. Mint continued to produce its everyday coins, including the Jefferson Nickel. This coin is part of the series that features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, who played a crucial role in the nation's early history. The Jefferson Nickel had been in circulation since 1938, and by 1964, it had become a well-established piece of American currency. However, what makes the 1964 edition so special are the minting details and certain rarities that were produced in the final days of the coin's production in that year. The 1964 5-cent coin retains the design that had been introduced in 1938. On the obverse, we see a profile of Thomas Jefferson. His image was created by the artist Felix Schlag, who won a competition in 1938 to design the new nickel. Jefferson's face is depicted in a dignified and classical manner, conveying his importance to the country. Surrounding the profile are the words, "In God We Trust," and the year of mintage, 1964. On the reverse of the coin, we see an image of Monticello, the Virginia estate that was designed by Jefferson himself. The Monticello building was an iconic symbol of Jefferson's contributions to architecture and American history. Beneath the structure is the inscription E pluribus unum, which is Latin for out of many, one, reinforcing the unity of the states that comprise the United States. The reverse side also displays United States of America and 5 cents, signifying the denomination. What sets the 1964 5-cent coin apart from other years is the high quality of the minting process during this period. Coins minted during the early 1960s tended to have strong strikes and sharp details, making them ideal candidates for collectors looking for coins in excellent condition. Coins that were preserved in mint state have become highly desirable, with some even achieving outstanding prices in the auction market. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is quite abundant in terms of total mintage, but the true value lies in the rarity of uncirculated coins or those with minting errors. While the 1964 nickel was struck in vast numbers, it was also a year of transition for the U.S. Mint. With the country's rapid inflation and increasing demand for coinage, certain coins from this period exhibit special characteristics that make them rare today. One of the most notable aspects of the 1964 Jefferson Nickel is the mintage variations from different mint facilities. The Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark on its coins, produced a large number of these coins. However, the Denver Mint, which struck coins with the D mint mark, produced fewer nickels, which has increased their rarity. Additionally, there are certain error types associated with the 1964 nickel. Die cracks, where a crack forms on the coin die and leaves a visible mark on the coin, were not uncommon in this era. Coins that have these die cracks or off-center strikes are highly valued by collectors, as they are rare and provide a glimpse into the imperfect world of coin production. What has driven the demand for the 1964 5-cent coin to remarkable levels is the fact that it appeals to a broad range of collectors. From those who are focused on historical significance to those drawn to unique minting errors, the 1964 nickel has something to offer everyone. But it is the scarcity of high-quality examples that has truly driven its value up. The Jefferson Nickel series is already highly regarded by coin enthusiasts, and the 1964 coin is often seen as a key piece within the collection. As a result, collectors constantly seek out coins that are in near-perfect or mint condition, which leads to an increase in demand for the most pristine specimens. In addition to the collector market, the 1964 Jefferson Nickel also holds significant historical value. For many collectors, owning a coin that represents a significant moment in American history, such as the presidency of Thomas Jefferson, is an attractive proposition. The association with Jefferson and the Monticello estate only adds to the coin's appeal. Over time, as more of the 1964 Jefferson nickels are removed from circulation and lost to time, the remaining uncirculated specimens will continue to rise in value. This long-term appeal has made the 1964 nickel one of the top choices for investors looking to buy rare coins that have the potential for appreciation. So, what is the current value of the 1964 5-cent coin today? Coins that are in mint state, which refers to coins that show little to no wear, are being sold at prices as high as $145,000. This price is attributed to the condition and rarity of such coins. Coins that are graded as MS-65 or better often attract the highest bids at coin auctions and private sales. In contrast, coins that are in circulated condition, or show signs of wear, typically sell for much less, ranging from $1 to $10 based on their condition. However, even circulated coins with unique error marks or unusual characteristics can command a higher price, sometimes reaching $100 or more depending on the rarity of the error. The 1964 5-cent coin represents a coin that is at the intersection of historical importance, minting excellence, and rarity, which makes it such a valuable addition to any coin collection. As time goes on, this particular coin will likely remain one of the most prized collectibles in the world of numismatics. The 1985 5-cent coin, also known as the 1985 Jefferson Nickel, is another highly regarded piece in American numismatics. When we examine this particular coin, it's fascinating to understand why it has become so valuable in recent years, with a current market value hovering around $122,000. But what makes this specific nickel from 1985 stand out? To grasp its true significance, we need to dive deep into its historical background, the design elements, its minting details, the conditions under which it was produced, and the collector interest that has skyrocketed its value. The 1985 Jefferson Nickel comes at a time when the United States was still in the midst of economic recovery after the turbulent 1970s. While the country was adjusting to a new financial era, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins, including the Jefferson Nickel, to serve the everyday needs of the public. The coin design itself had been in place for over 4 decades, so by 1985, the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, had become a symbol of historical continuity. The nickel continued to feature Jefferson's portrait on the obverse, with his home, Monticello, on the reverse, as was the case since the coin's debut in 1938. Yet, 1985 was an important year for coin collectors because of the relatively low mintage numbers combined with certain production anomalies that would later catch the attention of serious collectors. Many of the coins struck that year exhibited unique characteristics, especially those that were struck in high-quality condition. The year saw a notable amount of circulation, and yet, the number of Jefferson nickels that survived in mint condition was limited, which would have a direct impact on the coin's future market value. Coins that were preserved in uncirculated state or that showed very minimal signs of wear became especially prized as time went on. As with any coin series, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its worth in the marketplace. Coins that are well preserved tend to increase in value, and the 1985 Jefferson Nickel was no exception. The design on the 1985 Jefferson Nickel maintained the same features that made it an iconic part of U.S. currency. The obverse showed the profile of Thomas Jefferson, looking to the left. His face was captured with exceptional clarity, the result of the engraving by Felix Schlag, which gave the image a dignified and reflective expression. Surrounding Jefferson's portrait were the words, "In God We Trust," as well as the year of issue, 1985. The simplicity and elegance of this design made it a timeless classic that resonated with collectors and the general public alike. Jefferson's influence on American history as a statesman, diplomat, and architect made him a fitting subject for the coin, symbolizing the ideals upon which the nation was built. On the reverse of the coin, the iconic Monticello building was depicted in fine detail. As Jefferson's home and a symbol of his legacy, Monticello represented much more than just architecture. It reflected Jefferson's intellectual and philosophical contributions to the creation of the United States. Below Monticello, the words United States of America and the denomination 5 cents were inscribed. In addition, the phrase E pluribus unum could be found, a reminder of the unity of the states that form the United States of America. This imagery was a reflection of Jefferson's lasting impact on American society and government, making the coin not only a functional piece of currency but also an important reminder of American history. As time went on, it became apparent that the 1985 Jefferson nickel was one of the coins in circulation that would rise in value, particularly those that exhibited excellent minting quality. With many coins being used in everyday transactions, the number of high-grade specimens of the 1985 nickel was small. As collectors began to seek out these rare, well-preserved examples, the prices began to rise. The demand for coins with little to no wear, clear details, and sharp strikes contributed to the increasing appeal of the 1985 Jefferson nickel. Minting errors, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or other imperfections, also helped fuel the coin's value. These error coins, which were produced unintentionally during the minting process, have become highly sought after by collectors. Their rarity and the intrigue surrounding the way they were produced have given them a unique place in the world of coin collecting. Even though these errors were a result of production flaws, they have become some of the most valuable coins for collectors who are interested in the history and intricacies of the minting process. For coin investors, the 1985 Jefferson nickel represents a perfect example of a coin that can appreciate in value over time. While it was initially seen as just another 5-cent piece, the fact that it was struck with such care and detail, combined with the inherent scarcity of uncirculated examples, has made it a highly desirable coin for both novice and expert collectors. The rarity of coins in near-perfect or MS-65 condition has only added to its mystique. These coins have proven to be solid investments, with prices soaring as more collectors seek out this particular piece of history. It is important to recognize that while the 1985 Jefferson nickel is part of a larger series of nickels that have been produced over the years, it holds a unique place in the hearts of collectors and investors. It was part of an era when the U.S. Mint was transitioning to more modernized methods of coin production, and thus, it represents a bridge between the classic coinage of the past and the newer, more intricate designs that would come in the following decades. In terms of current value, a mint condition 1985 Jefferson nickel can fetch around $122,000, a stunning figure for a coin that was once seen as a relatively ordinary piece of currency. The value of this coin continues to rise, and as more examples of the coin are lost to time and wear, the remaining high-quality specimens will become even more valuable. For those lucky enough to possess an uncirculated 1985 Jefferson nickel, the investment potential is substantial. Whether you are a collector looking to add a unique piece to your collection or an investor seeking a coin with the potential for appreciation, the 1985 nickel is a prime candidate. As time progresses, the 1985 Jefferson nickel will likely remain a key piece in the collection of numismatic enthusiasts, and its value will continue to grow as fewer of these coins are preserved in their original condition. The story of this coin is one of rarity, historical significance, and timeless appeal, making it a coveted piece of U.S. coinage for generations to come. The 1995-cent coin, also known as the 1990 Jefferson nickel, is a coin that has garnered significant attention in the numismatic community over the years. Currently, this coin holds a market value of $110,000. To fully understand the worth and appeal of the 1990 Jefferson nickel, we must explore its historical context, design, production, and the factors that have made it such a sought-after piece among collectors and investors alike. The 1990 Jefferson nickel falls into a category of U.S. coins produced during a time of economic change and technological advancement. The 1990s marked a period when the U.S. Mint began modernizing its production methods, incorporating more efficient and advanced technology. Despite these advancements, the 1990 Jefferson nickel still reflected the traditional designs that had been in place since the coin's inception in 1938. This design continuity is one reason why the coin is cherished by collectors today. On the obverse of the 1990 Jefferson nickel, we see a familiar image, Thomas Jefferson's portrait, engraved by Felix Schlag. This design has been featured on the nickel since its introduction, and it is one of the most iconic and enduring coin designs in U.S. history. Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the Founding Fathers, is shown in profile, facing to the left. His dignified expression and the fine details of his face have become an iconic representation of the nation's early leadership. Around Jefferson's image, the words, "In God We Trust," and the year, 1990, are inscribed, which has become a hallmark of the U.S. Mint standard coinage design. Jefferson's home, Monticello, appears on the reverse of the 1990 Jefferson nickel. Monticello, which was designed by Jefferson himself, was an important symbol of his architectural genius and personal legacy. The building's detailed engraving on the reverse of the coin is one of the most celebrated features of the nickel. Below Monticello, the words "United States of America" and 5 cents are prominently displayed, along with the phrase "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one." These inscriptions serve to remind collectors and the public alike of the unity and strength of the United States. Despite the coin's simple design, the 1990 Jefferson nickel stands out because of its scarcity in certain conditions. Like many coins that were struck in large quantities for circulation, many of the 1990 nickels that entered circulation were subjected to significant wear and tear. However, a relatively small number of these coins were kept in pristine condition. The condition or grade of a coin is a crucial factor in determining its value, and over the years, collectors have placed significant importance on obtaining coins in uncirculated or mint state conditions. In fact, the demand for coins in excellent condition is a significant reason for the rising value of the 1990 Jefferson nickel. Coins that were struck with sharp details, clean surfaces, and little to no signs of wear have become prized collectibles. These high-grade examples of the 1990 Jefferson nickel are the ones that now command prices in the range of $110,000 in today's market. The increasing rarity of coins in mint condition only contributes to the rising demand for these coins as time passes. The 1990 nickel has also benefited from being part of the ongoing Jefferson Nickel series, which has been consistently popular with coin collectors. Over the years, there have been many variations of the Jefferson nickel, including coins that were struck with different mint marks or coins that were produced with specific minting errors. These variants have created a unique niche within the world of numismatics, where collectors search for rare and distinctive examples of the Jefferson Nickel series. Like all U.S. coins, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel was produced in large quantities for general circulation. However, over time, the number of these coins in mint condition dwindled, making them more difficult to find. Coins that exhibit unique qualities, such as striking errors or production anomalies, have become especially attractive to collectors. Minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks can make a coin highly valuable. For the 1990 Jefferson Nickel, these types of errors have increased the coin's appeal to collectors and further fueled its price. Another factor that contributes to the coin's increasing value is its role in the larger context of U.S. coinage. By 1990, the design of the Jefferson Nickel had already become one of the longest-running and most recognized designs in the history of U.S. currency. Collectors often seek out specific years in the Jefferson Nickel series, and the 1990 coin has become a key piece in many collections. In addition to its historical significance, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel is sought after because of the scarcity of high-quality examples. These factors have combined to push the coin's price into the range of $110,000 for top-quality pieces. In terms of its current market value, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel is an excellent example of how a coin, originally worth just 5 cents, can appreciate dramatically over time. When it was first struck, the the nickel had little to no collectible value beyond its face value. However, as years have passed, collectors have recognized the potential value of well-preserved coins, and the 1990 Jefferson nickel has risen significantly in worth. For investors, the 1990 nickel represents an excellent opportunity to purchase a coin that has shown steady appreciation over time. With the continued interest in coin collecting and the rising demand for rare and high-quality pieces, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel is a solid investment that is likely to continue increasing in value in the years ahead. This coin is a prime example of how a piece of U.S. currency, once considered a simple denomination, can become a valuable artifact with both historical significance and monetary worth. As we look ahead to the future, it is likely that the 1990 Jefferson Nickel will continue to appreciate in value, especially as fewer high-grade examples remain in circulation. For collectors and investors alike, this coin represents an opportunity to own a piece of American history that has endured the test of time and will likely continue to do so for generations to come. The next coin in our series, the 1994 5-cent coin, will continue this exploration of rare and valuable U.S. coins. Moving on to the 1994 5-cent coin, also known as the 1994 Jefferson Nickel, we enter a new era in the history of American coinage. The 1994 nickel, much like its predecessors, represents a classic design that collectors have cherished for years. However, this particular coin stands out in a few unique ways, most notably its condition and its scarcity, which have contributed to its impressive current value of $104,000. The 1994 Jefferson Nickel was minted during a period of economic stability in the United States, with the country enjoying a strong economy and relatively low inflation. As a result, the demand for circulating coins was high, but the production of the 1994 nickels was not particularly low, which means that most of the coins that entered circulation were subjected to wear and damage over time. This is one reason why high-grade examples of the coin are so valuable today. It is rare to find a 1994 nickel in mint condition, which makes these coins particularly sought after by collectors. The design of the 1994 Jefferson Nickel remains the same as that of its predecessors, maintaining the familiar features of the Thomas Jefferson portrait on the obverse and the Monticello building on the reverse. The simplicity and elegance of these designs are part of what makes the Jefferson Nickel series so enduring and beloved among collectors. Felix Schlag, the original designer of the nickel, created an image of Jefferson that is dignified and solemn, conveying the reverence with which the United States holds its third president. Jefferson's portrait, which has been featured on the nickel since 1938, has become one of the most recognizable images on American coinage. On the reverse, the depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, continues to serve as a symbol of his legacy. Monticello is shown in great detail on the reverse of the coin, and the careful engraving of the building highlights the architectural brilliance of Jefferson, who designed the home himself. The inclusion of Monticello on the nickel connects the coin to Jefferson's contributions to American architecture, as well as his role in the early development of the United States. As with most coins, the condition of the 1994 Jefferson Nickel is one of the most important factors in determining its value. Coins that were circulated in everyday transactions have been worn down over time, leading to the fading of fine details, and in many cases, the coin may have scratches, stains, or other forms of damage. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated or mint state condition, on the other hand, have survived with little to no wear. These high-quality coins are significantly rarer, and as such, they command far higher prices in the collector's market. The 1994 Jefferson Nickel is one of those coins that has become highly valued because of the rarity of mint state examples. In particular, the 1994 nickel is often sought after for its well-struck specimens. Coins that exhibit sharp and well-defined details, with clean surfaces and a high level of craftsmanship, have become highly desirable among collectors. For coins like the 1994 nickel, these premium characteristics are rare and contribute significantly to their current value. When the 1994 Jefferson Nickel is found in gem uncirculated condition, it can fetch prices around $104,000, a figure that has risen steadily over time due to the increasing demand for well-preserved examples. One reason the 1994 nickel has become so appealing to collectors is its role in the broader Jefferson Nickel series. As a part of a long-running series that began in 1938, the 1994 coin is a piece of U.S. coinage history, which only adds to its allure. For many collectors, completing a collection of Jefferson nickels is a long-term goal, and coins from certain years, such as 1994, have become particularly significant as they represent the middle portion of the series. Collectors who are trying to acquire a complete set of Jefferson nickels will often seek out coins like the 1994 nickel, which has gained both historical and financial significance over the years. Another contributing factor to the value of the 1994 Jefferson nickel is the potential for mint errors. Like other coins, the 1994 nickel was subject to the possibility of minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These errors can make a coin especially rare and highly desirable to collectors, which in turn can drive up its value. Coins with error characteristics often command significant premiums, and if an example of the 1994 Jefferson nickel has an unusual mint error, it could be worth even more than the standard examples. Mint errors have long been a key element in the value of coins, and the 1994 nickel is no exception. The minting process for the 1994 Jefferson nickel followed the standard procedure used by the U.S. Mint at the time, with the coin being struck in copper-nickel alloy. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins each year, and while the 1994 nickel was initially produced for general circulation, the sheer number of coins struck meant that many of these coins were spent quickly and worn down over time. However, as coin collectors began to pay more attention to the Jefferson Nickel series, certain years, such as 1994, began to see a marked increase in demand due to the rarity of high-quality examples. As for the market value of the 1994 Jefferson Nickel, it is important to note that prices can fluctuate over time based on factors such as demand, the overall state of the economy, and changes in the broader coin collecting market. Currently, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel is valued at $104,000 in mint state condition, but it is possible that its value could increase in the future as the demand for rare and high-quality coins continues to grow. For now, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel represents an excellent investment for collectors, as its value has shown a steady upward trend over the years. The 1994 Jefferson Nickel is more than just a coin, it is a piece of American history, a symbol of the nation's past, and an object of immense value for coin collectors. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or a newcomer to the world of coin collecting, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel represents an opportunity to own a piece of U.S. history that has stood the test of time. With that, we'll continue our journey through the fascinating world of American coins. Up next, we will explore the 1995-cent coin, which offers its own unique history, design, and value that has captured the attention of collectors everywhere. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the world of numismatics and the coins that have shaped the history of the United States. Moving on to the 2025-cent coin, commonly known as the 2020 Jefferson Nickel, we enter a much more recent era of U.S. coinage. Though the coin might be less than a decade old, it has already begun to gain attention from collectors, partly due to its unique design, and partly due to the historical context surrounding its minting. As we explore the 2020 Jefferson Nickel, it's worth noting its current value of $78,000, which has made it one of the more intriguing coins in the 5-cent series. The 2020 Jefferson Nickel continued the long-standing tradition of featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, as well as the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse. However, while the design itself remains largely unchanged, the year 2020 brought a number of unique challenges to the minting process, which played a role in the coin's appeal and ultimate value. As the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted economies worldwide, the U.S. Mint faced several logistical hurdles when it came to producing coins in the volume needed to keep up with public demand. This led to shortages of circulation coins in some areas of the country and delays in the distribution of newly minted coins. Consequently, While millions of 2020 Jefferson nickels were still produced, their distribution was not as widespread as usual, making well-preserved examples harder to come by. Coins that remained in good condition after entering circulation became more valuable over time, and this is one reason why the 2020 nickel has become highly sought after in the collector's market. On top of that, the 2020 nickel came at a time when the American public's interest in numismatics was experiencing a resurgence. Many people, confined to their homes due to pandemic-related restrictions, turned to coin collecting as a new hobby or as a way to pass the time. As a result, the demand for coins like the 2020 Jefferson Nickel began to grow, particularly among those who were interested in acquiring modern coins with a unique story and potential value. The design of the 2020 Jefferson Nickel remained consistent with the Jefferson series, as it followed the same traditional motifs that have been featured on the coin since 1938. However, despite the design being well-known and familiar, the 2020 edition garnered attention due to its association with a pivotal moment in history, the global pandemic of 2020. Collectors of all levels are drawn to coins with interesting backstories, and the 2020 nickel, minted during such a turbulent year, holds an added layer of historical significance. The reverse side of the 2020 nickel still features a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic estate. However, Monticello's design on the reverse of the nickel has evolved over the years, and the details of Monticello on the 2020 coin show how the engraving process has improved over the decades. The architecture of Monticello is rendered in greater detail than ever before, giving the coin a higher level of visual sophistication. The building is carefully and meticulously etched into the coin, reflecting both Jefferson's legacy as an architect and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint engravers. The obverse of the 2020 Jefferson Nickel features the now legendary profile of Thomas Jefferson, which has been a constant on the nickel since 1938. The image of Jefferson is based on a painting by Rembrandt Peale, which was used by the U.S. Mint for the first time in the early 20th century. The portrait has been widely appreciated for its respectful and dignified depiction of Jefferson, and it remains one of the most recognizable images on U.S. coinage. Over the years, the engraving of Jefferson's image has evolved slightly, with each new iteration of the nickel featuring subtle refinements. The 2020 edition is no exception, as it showcases a clean and sharp image of Jefferson, enhancing the overall aesthetic appeal of the coin. As we've seen with earlier issues of the Jefferson Nickel, the condition of the 2020 coin plays a significant role in determining its value. A coin that remains in mint state, uncirculated, is far more valuable than one that has been circulated extensively. Due to the global coin shortage of 2020, high-quality 2020 Jefferson nickels are rarer than one might expect, and this is one of the key factors contributing to the coin's relatively high value today. Coins that are in excellent condition, with sharp details and clean surfaces, are increasingly difficult to find in circulation. When these well-preserved coins are discovered, they are highly sought after by collectors, who are eager to add them to their collections. In addition to condition, the value of the 2020 nickel has been influenced by the increased interest in modern U.S. coins. Over the past few years, collectors have been paying closer attention to the recent releases from the U.S. Mint, which has led to a growing interest in coins that represent specific moments in time. The 2020 Jefferson Nickel has become a key piece in modern coin collecting, particularly because it serves as a tangible reminder of the challenges faced during the COVID-19 pandemic. For many, this coin represents more than just a piece of currency. It serves as a symbol of resilience during an unprecedented global crisis. Another factor that has influenced the value of the 2020 nickel is the potential for mint errors. Like many other coins, the 2020 Jefferson Nickel was subject to potential production flaws, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and clashed dies. Mint errors are highly sought after in the world of numismatics because they make the coin much rarer, and as a result, they tend to command premium prices. For collectors looking for a unique example of the 2020 Jefferson Nickel, those with noticeable minting errors are of particular interest. These error coins can often be valued far higher than their regular counterparts, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. As with all coins, the value of the 2020 Jefferson Nickel will fluctuate over time. While it currently holds a value of $78,000 for coins in mint state condition, there is potential for the price to increase in the future as demand continues to grow. Coin values are influenced by many factors, including the overall state of the economy, trends in numismatics, and the rarity of high-quality examples. Given the historical significance of the 2020 coin, as well as its relative scarcity in mint condition, it is likely that this nickel will only appreciate in value as time goes on. In summary, the 2020 Jefferson Nickel represents a fascinating chapter in the history of American coinage. While it may not be as old as some of the other coins in the Jefferson Nickel series, its historical significance, design, and unique place in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic make it a valuable and collectible coin. With a current value of $78,000, the 2020 nickel has already garnered the attention of collectors, and its value is expected to continue rising as demand increases. For those interested in modern U.S. coins and the impact of recent events on numismatics, the 2020 Jefferson Nickel offers a rare and valuable opportunity to own a piece of American history. We'll continue our journey through the world of U.S. coins. Stay tuned for our next exploration into the fascinating realm of numismatics, where we uncover more hidden treasures and the stories behind them.